Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Yacht Crafter. My name's Julie and today is Sunday. So Sunday is Whip and Chat day where I catch up with you guys what I have been up to. So I have chosen to diamond paint for today's Whip and Chat, and this is a diamond painting that was sent to me for review from Spell Queen. This is a square diamond painting, and yeah, as you can see, it's quite a big one. It's 45 centimeters by 60 centimeters, square drills with some ABs. So there's some scattered up in the face here, and there's some in the red round here, and there's three different ABs. So there's four. There's a red, a green, a pink and a white. So yeah, right, so let's get into this week and what I have been up to. So starting with Monday. So Monday, our youngest son had a interview at a new college that he is hoping to go to. So he had the interview on Monday. So at about 8:30, Mark woke me up with a coffee. So yeah, got up, got dressed, finished off my coffee, and then about 9:30 we something on my t-shirt. About 9:30 we left the house to go to the bus stop. Oh, hang on a minute. So yeah, we've got drills flying. So yeah, like I said, about 9:30 we left the house to go to the bus stop. We went to the far bus stop at the other end of our road, that's sort of around the corner from our doctor's surgery. So yeah, we got about as far as the doctor's surgery, and a little bit further up there's like a little bit of a side road, and then it's the next road up that's the bus stop. So as we were walking round, we noticed police at a house. They were talking to some of the people outside, and so you know, we had a bit of a look like you do. So we couldn't see any kerfuffle or any shouting or anything like that. Like I said, the police were just talking to the people outside, sort of the garden of the property. Never thought anything more. We just carried on up the road, and as we turned the corner to the street for our bus stop, about 3 police cars, sirens blaring, lights going, sped up the road. Yeah, so we have no idea what was going on. There's been nothing, you know, reported in the local newspapers, or we've not heard anything. So we carried on towards the bus stop, and as we were waiting for the bus, a 4th police car went past, well, police van should I say, and it was the K9 unit, the dog car. So yeah, we suspect it was either a double raid or something, you know, just happened to be 2 incidents going off at the same time, or we've no idea. Like I said, there's nothing come up in the newspapers, or so we've no idea. what was going off. So yeah, that was an interesting morning. So while we were waiting for the bus, Mark kept checking on the bus app. We've got the Arriva Arriva bus app. You can track where your bus is, whether it's coming down, whether it's just leaving the bus station or whether it's coming down to your stop. So Mark kept checking that, and he said, well, we should have had at least 2 buses come down by now. So, but yeah, like I said previously, 3 police cars had gone soaring up the road, sirens blaring. So we don't know if it, was the road on the bus route, or, buses were getting held up. But by the time our bus came, should have been the time for that 3rd bus in our area, and 2 turned up. So we don't know if it was the previous 2 that got held up with the police being up the road or whatever it was, but yeah, 2 come at once. So yeah, that was interesting. So we got over to Huddersfield. Well, no, we got down into town. Like I said, our bus eventually came, so we got down into town, and then we got a bus over to Huddersfield because Oliver's hoping to go to one of the colleges over in Huddersfield. So we had a bit of a wander around town because we got into Huddersfield quite early. I think his interview was 1 o'clock, no, nearer 2 o'clock. I think 1:30 he had to be there for, to fill out any paperwork or do the visitors lanyard and photograph and your temporary visit pass. So he went in, got that sorted, and within 20 minutes or so it seemed he was back out again. He said, yeah, I like the look of it. I spoke to the lady who was showing me around, and from speaking to her, she said I don't know why, I shouldn't see why he shouldn't be accepted or get offered a place. So he came out of there beaming, and he just said he was just explaining about having the tour where he will be having his classes. So he got showed the room, and then he got shown the workshop where they'll be doing all the practical stuff. And like I said, he came out beaming, and again she said, yeah, I don't see why he shouldn't be offered a place. So he's going for his level 2 mechanics. He passed his level 1 with flying colours. He got all passes, so he did great. He passed that. So yeah, he also said at the time that the college he was at, it's not automatically given for the next level. It just depends on your grades and whether you get offered to come back for your level 2, which in the meantime he has had a letter, but he wanted to move. He wanted to go over to Huddersfield College. So yeah, he wanted to move. So yes, he has been offered a place at Huddersfield. he's had an email and it said at the bottom, please reply to this email whether you accept or decline this offer for your level 2 mechanics course. So he replied back and said, I accept the place. So yeah, let's backtrack a bit. So yeah, like I said, when we got to Huddersfield, we were there a little bit early, so we just sort of wandered round a little bit. We went for some lunch. Jack came with us. He treated us to Subway for lunch, and I had a tuna melt. And I thought we were just going to be getting sandwiches, but he asked for them as meal deals. So I got a tuna melt, some Doritos, and then we had the drinks, the cups. So I went for cherry Pepsi. So after we'd had lunch, we just sort of had a slow walk to the college. And like I said, he went in about 1:30 to get his pass sorted, and then, like I said, he was very quick being shown round and having a chat and things like that. So we, after that, then we wanted to go to the range. That's a shop that sells a little bit of everything, and if you saw my floss tube this week, you saw a couple of pieces that I picked up while we were in the range. We had a look in the craft and stationery, and Mark was after some more super glue, and yeah, unfortunately they didn't have any. But I managed to pick up some more stickers for my planner, so I got some more, and I showed that in the floss tube that I did on Friday. So yeah, we had a wander around there, and then from that complex that the range is on, we walk out to the main road, and that is our bus route back to town. So we waited for the bus on that main road, and yeah, made our way back to town. So then when we got back to town, we planned to go to Aldi. Yeah, we were all tired and achy at that point, but yeah, we obviously wasn't going to be home, so we didn't do an online Asda shop. So what we did was we called at Aldi and got the bits that we would have got in the online Asda shop. So yeah, like I said, when we got back to town, we then went to Aldi, and then from Aldi we got a taxi home, and we were shattered. We were beat. Yeah, so got home and the boys were putting the shopping away, so I came up here and I scheduled the Disney Dollhouse live. So yeah, I do apologise if that went up a little bit late and it was a bit short notice for people, so I do apologise for that. I should have set it up on Sunday really, but sometimes you just don't know if people just suddenly decide to go live and you don't want to stream to Facebook groups and stuff like that if somebody else is wanting to stream to that Facebook group, and you know, so I tend to schedule them on the day as soon as I can. So yeah, after I'd scheduled the live, I then went back down and we had tea. We had sausage rolls for tea. We just put a couple of sausage rolls in the oven, So yeah, sausage rolls for tea. So let me get the next colour. 22 is E. So yeah, after tea then, when I came up here, it was the Disney Dollhouse live. So it was another bumper issue, and we had Mark on helping with the chat. So with bumper issues, we you know, we've been inviting our husbands, our partners on to help us. So again, this time it was another bumper issue, so we asked Mark if he could come and help us, come and do the chat, which he was happy to do. So yeah, this week's bumper issue then. So let's have a look at the notes. So we had a mirror to make, so all we had to do was put the mirror inside the frame. So we peeled the sticky back off, pushed it in, and then there was a film over the top of the mirror itself. So yeah, we had a mirror to do to finish. Then we had some more coving and some baseboards to do. We had we had the coving to do. Then we had a window to make and put in the wall. Then we had some skirting or baseboards to do, but it was like the first lot that we did in the Mickey Mouse room. So we had the little square pieces to put in, so we had some more of that to do, and then we stuck those to the walls, so we had that to do. So yeah, mirror, coving at the top, a mirror to put in, and then the baseboards. So yeah, another bumper issue, so again quite a bit to do. So yeah, managed to get that done, and all of it put in, stuck in. So yeah, we got that done, and then afterwards, when we were tidying up, we had a quick catch up, a little bit of a chat, because after us was Horlicks with the tank. So yeah, came off chat with Chris and went over to watch Horlicks building the tank. What did I do? I don't know if I diamond painted or stitched. I didn't write it down what I did while I was watching him. So, but yeah, probably diamond painting, I should think. So yeah, I was watching Horlicks build the tank, and then afterwards then I went to bed. I was watching a little bit of YouTube, but just not as many YouTubes as I normally watch, because like I said, I was absolutely shattered, so I went off to sleep early. So then on to Tuesday. So Tuesday was a day at home, just sort of resting and catching up with house stuff that we weren't able to get done on Monday. So just catching up with those little bits. So yeah, Tuesday I woke up at about 10:30, had my coffee. Mark was having his bath, so when he came down from his bath, I then went up and had my bath, and then by the time I'd done that and come back down, It was lunchtime. Sorry if you can hear that motorbike. So yeah, for lunch I had a corned beef sandwich. So corned beef, cucumber and mayonnaise, and some Pringles. So then in the afternoon, managed to get some upstairs time in the afternoon. So I was in here stitching on Mini Evergreen, and I was watching some true crime. I was watching Emma Kenny. So yeah, I was listening to that while I was stitching. Then for tea we had beef salad sandwiches. So yeah, had that for tea on Tuesday. Then in the evening I help in 2 live streams on a Tuesday. So the Eddie Stobart with Crafty Chris, and then I help Geordie Dave and Dano with the Titanic. So yeah, I was doing that. Then afterwards we had a bit of a chit chat and a catch up, and then afterwards then I headed to bed and watched a bit of YouTube. So that was Tuesday. Then on to Wednesday. So Wednesday I woke up at about 8 o'clock and I heard somebody locking at the front door, or should I say I heard Mark locking at the front door. He heads off for heads off to town so early on a Wednesday. I mean, I understand, he says it's quiet, there's not many people about, there's no risk of him getting bumped, nobody to knock his stick. So yeah, like I said, I heard him leave. So got up, had my coffee, fed and sorted the pets their breakfast, got washed up, tidied round, and then I'd say about 9:30, 9:45, Mark rung and said, I'm just in a taxi, I'm on my way home. Jack had got up in that time, our eldest, so I was telling him, you know, Dad's just rung, he's on his way. So we went out into the garden, into the front, just to wait for him and the taxi pulling up. So as he was paying for the taxi, we were getting the stuff, the shopping out of the boot, got it all in the house, and yeah, unloaded it, put it all away. Then I think, was it the weekend, I'd mentioned to Mark about somebody requesting to see how I tea and coffee dye fabric. It was the lovely Kelly. She commented after seeing, I think, on my floss tube, you know, I'd mentioned about tea and coffee dyeing my own fabric, my own Aida. So she commented and asked if I could show how I did it, do a video. So yeah, Wednesday, the rest of Wednesday morning, I think just after lunch, I'd done the last clip when the fabric had dried. So I was getting set up and recording for that. So like I said, Mark said, you know, when are you planning on recording it? I said, well, I was going to do it while you were out shopping, but you know, Wednesday you like to set off early, and so whoever's next up feeds the pets and gets them sorted and tidied round, and so there was no time really to do it while you were gone. So he said, well, why don't you get it done before lunch, before we have some food? So yeah, that's what I was doing then the rest of Wednesday morning, getting that recorded. So I did it on my phone, and then we were having lunch while the fabric was drying. Like I mentioned in my videos, I just leave it to air dry. So that's what I was doing, and then after lunch, once we'd tidied up and everything, I then did the last clip, and then I was up here then for the afternoon trying to work out how to get those videos off my phone. I tried just plugging it in and downloading, but yeah, that was going to take forever, because yeah, I don't know, it just was thinking and thinking and thinking. So I went down to ask Mark. I said, I've, you know, just plugged it in and it's going to take forever. Is there an easier or quicker way? And he said, well, you're probably best asking Jack. So I was asking Jack, and he says, well, you know, you do have your Google Drive, you know, for your cross stitch and, you know, downloading stuff. He says, why don't you just upload it to your Google Drive and do it that way? I said, yeah, okay. I said, but I don't know how to get access to that on the computer. So he just sort of looks at me like, really? But never mind. So I said, will you help me? Will you, you know, come and help me? He said, right, come on then, we'll get your Google Drive on your computer. So I do have that now on the computer. I've even got the tab at the top. I saved it and everything, so I don't have to ask again about logging in and whatever. So I've done that now. I made sure I saved it, so I don't have to ask him again. I think I'm going to sleep. Bless me. I do apologise. Oh, goodness me. Sorry about that. Oh, sneeze. Whew. I'll take your breath away. Sorry guys, that just suddenly came on. Oh. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. So, yeah, anyway. He said, right, so we've got your Google Drive on your computer. I'm like, right, okay, what do I do now? He's like, well, you know, go into your phone where your video would be, your photos and videos. I'm like, right. It's like, click on it and see if there's an option thing at the top. I'm like, yeah, some options have come up. You know, email, messenger, Facebook, and then the triangle for the Google Drive. He's like, yep, click that. And yeah, it went straight into the Google Drive. It didn't take long. It didn't take 2 minutes to go onto the Google Drive. So yeah, that is how I did that one. So yeah, uploaded them to my Google Drive, and then I was able to put it into my editing program. So I just use the program that's well, the same one that I'm using today, which is OBS. No, that's for recording. I use the editing program that just comes on the computer. It's just the Google, the editor, video editor. So yeah, I imported them into the editor, and then I was just able to, you know, merge all the clips together, put my intro, my outro, edit it all together, and then yeah, upload it to YouTube for everybody to see. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for the positive feedback on that video, saying that you all want to give it a try. So yeah, thank you for that. Yep, so after I'd done that, got that done to YouTube, I went downstairs for tea, and it was prawn salad sandwiches for tea. And then in the evening I went into the Anycraft Zoom. Excuse me, I was in there for a little bit, and then when it was bedtime, then I got into bed. I was watching some YouTube, and then yeah, went off to sleep. So get my next symbol, which is a P18, this one. Yeah, 18. So Thursday I woke up at about 10:30. I was having my coffee in the kitchen, washed up a little bit, wiped round, and then there was a little bit of time before lunch, so I was just sat in the living room with Mark. We were watching a little bit of TV, and then just out of the corner of my eye, just the big living room window is right next to where I sit, and there was this man just sort of coming past next door but getting near to our house, and when I noticed a police officer talking to him, and yeah, I don't know what was said or what was going on, but the officer went to grab him, sort of like he was arresting him or just sort of guiding him, wanting to talk to him to get him to stand still. But then the man kicked off. Oh my goodness me, he started shouting and protesting and yelling, and then next minute a police car pulls up. So I don't know if that first officer had called for backup, but yeah, this other police officer jumped out of the car, and they were either side of him, sort of hooked under his arms and trying to stop him from protesting and struggling, and next minute one of the officers was shouting at him for him to sit down. And he's like, no, I don't want to, and this officer's like, sit down now, which at this point I think he did do. So once he was sat, I think that's when they put the cuffs on him. So yeah, again, another police incident. So it's been eventful around here this week. We don't normally see that much drama, that much going on. It's normally quiet around here. But yeah, so from him being sat, then I think he must have tried to get up again, even though he was cuffed, and so he was struggling, and then next minute they had him pinned on the floor, and they were like, right, okay, we're gonna further arrest you for oh, what's it called, resisting arrest or something. I heard one of them say. So I don't know what he was being arrested for originally, but they said, right, we're going to charge you again for resisting arrest, and we're going to call the van because, you know, you're not being very cooperative. So sit there. We're going to ring for the van. We're not taking you in the car. We're not going to risk it. So, but you can imagine they must have been talking pretty loudly, or I won't say shouting at him, but yeah, trying to talk loudly because we could hear them. We didn't have any windows open, so yeah, we could just hear them from outside. We didn't have the windows open, but we could still hear them. So yeah, they were sat waiting for the van, I'd say a good 5-10 minutes before the van turned up. And then while they were trying to calm the guy down before the police van came up, I don't know if it was a friend of this guy that was being arrested or whatever it was, but there was this guy just stood on the pavement eating a bacon sandwich, just talking to his mate. And this, yeah, he gave his mate a cigarette and a lighter, and yeah, this guy was just stood talking to him while he was having this bacon sandwich. This guy just sat on the pavement with these two police officers, you know, waiting for the van to turn up, and this guy just shows up eating a bacon sandwich, giving his mate a cigarette and a lighter. That just, it's like, okay then, alright, yeah. But yeah, like I said, within 5 or 10 minutes the van showed up, and yeah, then they all disappeared. So that was Thursday morning. So yeah, again, eventful with the police. Like I say, it's normally pretty quiet round here, not going off. But yeah, 2 or 3 police incidents this week so far. Really don't know what's going on, but hey. So yeah, once all that had done and everybody had disappeared, we got on with lunch. So what did we have for lunch on Thursday? Corned beef sandwich again. So just corned beef this time, not with anything else, just a corned beef sandwich. So Thursday afternoon, we had some upstairs time. So I was stitching on Mini Evergreen again, and I was watching a different crime YouTube channel. It's called Makeup and Crime, and it's with Danielle Kirsty. So originally her YouTube channel was her doing her makeup, showing how she did it and the different products and things that she uses and recommends. I don't know if it was the beginning of this year, but yeah, she's changed it and done makeup and crime. So on the video she'll be doing her makeup, but then she'll be reading a crime story, a crime, you know, true crime thing. She'll be reading about people, and so yeah, I was listening to her while I was stitching on mini evergreen. So yeah, I was doing that. And then for tea on Thursday it was pancakes. So pancakes for tea. We had the milk chocolate chip and white chocolate chip for tea. Then after tea in the evening, when I came up here, then I was stitching some more on mini evergreen, and then I had another Emma Kenny true crime to listen to, or two I think maybe. Yeah, I watched one straight after the other. So then after that I headed to bed and I was watching some YouTube, some floss tube. So yeah, I did that on Thursday. Then on to Friday. So Friday is some jobs to get done before the weekend. So I like to change the bedding on a Friday. I have a set day, so Friday is bedding day, but it's also bath day as well, bath and shower day. Our shower isn't currently working, so yeah, we keep meaning, well, we keep saying to Mark about ringing the council, ringing them to come and have a look, you know, maintenance, but yeah, we don't know what's going on with it. It's either because we have a bath so we're able to wash and it's not an emergency, or I don't know what's going on with it. I'll have to ask him, see if what's been said, see if he's had an email or phone call or anything back about it, and see if they're going to come and fix it. But hey, so yeah, bedding and bath on a Friday. So so yeah, for lunch on Friday had a corned beef sandwich, and then in the afternoon I was recording floss tube. So yeah, I did that, recorded floss tube, uploaded it for you guys, and shown the stickers that I got in the range. I showed my stitching, I shared with you any freebies that I'd seen, and yeah, just my stitching progress. So got that done, edited, uploaded, yeah, got that sorted. Then while that was uploading, I had my new start, because Friday the 11th was International or World Cross Stitching Day. So yeah, to mark the day I decided to have a new start, which I'm going to show in next week's floss tube what that was. So I was stitching a little bit on my new start while my video was uploading to YouTube, and then once that had uploaded, then I just needed to sort out the description box, the thumbnail, and then I released it for you guys to see. So once I'd done that, I then went down for tea. We had chicken and bacon pasta. Yeah, always like that meal. Chicken and bacon pasta. So then in the evening I was working a little bit more on my new start. looking at some new floss tubers to watch. So yeah, I was doing that. So yeah, stitching and just, you know, finding new YouTubers, floss tubers to watch. So yeah, I was doing that, and then when I headed to bed, then I was finishing off a video that I'd watched that evening. It was a new floss tuber that I'd found, so I was finishing off that video. And then Laura at Stitching by the Shore, she posted her floss tube, her video for the week, so I was watching her. And then I was watching, she called Sarah, Stitching Mommy. I was watching her last year's Whip Parade. I've been watching her for quite a few months. Somebody recommended her channel to me, so I've been watching her for quite a few months, but I wanted to go back and see like previous Whip Parades and things like that. She's been on YouTube, FlossTube, for quite a few years now, as Sarah. So yeah, I'd been scrolling back to some of her older videos and seeing what, you know, things she likes to stitch and what she's, you know, previous projects she's been doing. But yeah, I went back and watched her last year's Whip Parade. I think from watching her past ones, she's done her Whip Parades in September, because I think she'd mentioned previously that December and January, you know, when everybody else seems to be doing theirs, it's not a good time of year for her. She's got sort of no free time to record, you know, which you can understand, being December, you know, getting up to Christmas, and then Christmas and New Year, and then January, getting back into routine, school, work, you know, that's understandable. So the past, I think she mentioned in that last September's video, just, I don't know, September seems to be a better time for her to record her Whip Parade. So that's when she will do her year Whip Parade. So I went and watched her oldest one, and then I think I was watching her most recent floss tube as well. Yeah, so yeah, that was Friday. So then on to Saturday. So Saturday morning, I'd say I woke up quite early. I was up at about 8 o'clock, had my coffee, I was feeding the pets, washing up, cleaning round. Then I had my normal Saturday job, which is to clean the bathroom. So got back down from cleaning the bathroom. There was a little bit of time before lunch, so I was playing games on my phone. Then for lunch I had some sea sticks and Pringles. Then in the afternoon we had a little bit of upstairs time, so I was stitching on Mini Evergreen, and I was watching Danielle Kirsty, her makeup and crime, because she'd posted a new video in the last couple of days, so I was watching that. Then for tea we had omelette, so it was cheese and mushroom, and what else was in there? Might have just been cheese and mushroom omelette, I think that's what was in it anyway. So then in the evening I decided to stitch on something else. I worked on the beach from Stitch Rovia, so yeah, I was stitching on that while watching YouTube, and then headed off to bed, and I was watching some YouTube, some floss tube. So yeah, I did that last night. So then on to today. So today I woke up at, what time did I wake up? About 10. Might have been about 10 o'clock I woke up this morning. Went down, had my coffee. Matt went up for his bath, so then when he'd done I went and had my bath. I could hear him sorting out Sunday dinner and doing all that while I was in the bath. So we had homemade macaroni and cheese. So he does it in the big sort of roasting dish and puts breadcrumbs and cheese on the top, and it makes a right lovely crispy top. Yeah, I find the tinned or the canned macaroni and cheese too strong. I do like macaroni and cheese, but I like Mark's macaroni and cheese because it's not too strong. It puts cheese in, but not too much, because like I said, the cans, I find that really strong. That's too cheesy. So yeah, Mark's homemade macaroni and cheese, and then he did some tortillas, you know, with the cheese and the salsa, and I've forgotten what that's called now. Yeah. Yeah, the tortilla chips with the cheese and the, yeah, that you have for like starters in restaurants, and yeah, I've forgotten what it's called, but yeah. So we had that with macaroni and cheese. That was a really nice Sunday dinner. Then for dessert we had a coffee and an ice cream cone. It was a toffee ice cream cone. Yeah, really nice. So we had that for dessert, and then I came up here to record for you guys. So yeah, that is this week caught up. I'm just gonna get this hair off my canvas. A big long hair up in this corner. Yeah, let's get that off. Right, so that is this week caught up. I just wanted to give a birthday shout out to Heidi, cross stitch with Orchid. It is her birthday tomorrow. If you saw my floss tube, I did give another birthday shout out, and then yeah, today I have given another birthday shout out. So there's two of my friends that have got birthdays on Monday. So yeah, I hope you both get spoiled and have a great day. So yeah, like I said, that is everything for this week. Don't think there's anything else to... Oh yes, just watch out on Monday. We're not sure whether we're going to do a Disney doll house, with it being Crafty Chris's birthday, so yeah, if one gets scheduled then there will be one, but if there isn't, don't worry, it's just because, yeah, Crafty Chris's birthday, and she, yeah, just chill, and yeah, chill on your birthday, Chris. So yeah, that is everything. So if you see either of those ladies about, then wish them both a happy birthday. So I've got Crafty Chris and Cross Stitch with Orchid Heidi. Yeah, if you see either of those ladies, give them a big birthday cheer. So yeah, like I said, I think that is everything for this week. So remember, guys, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Bye, guys.